This will be a demo of the Groups and Brackets Tournament Builder, TD build, which stands for Tournament Definition Build. And this is the home page for the website, Soccer-tournament.us. To experiment with the TD build, you can just click the link at the top. Now this brings up a page that lists several examples with videos of the build, the resulting tournament, and some slides that discuss how it was built. It also includes a link to a builder overview, which describes the steps used in the TD build process, not in great detail, but an overview, and then a link to start the demo. I'm going to hit that. This is okay, this is a start page, and I just cleared things from other demo parts. Now, before I get started, the TD build actually times how long this takes because I was curious about it. But before it starts, when I hit save with the tournament name, I'm going to show you what I'm starting with. I've got a tournament name. Now this is based on a real tournament, but I'm not using that name, but just this one. 4 locations, 2 divisions. The name internally it uses U19B and G. That's not what shows up on the website. And then the teams in each division split up into groups A and B. There's 4 in each. G slot stands for game slots, and those are what times games are available or fields are available to be played. So at this point, I'm going to, the reason I've got this copied over in the text file here is that I don't type that well, and this avoids typos. So I'm just going to generally hit copy and paste and go in here. Okay, there we started the title. This is when the timer starts. I'm also going to start a timer here and then hit save, and we've saved that. We hit next. There's a shortcut here. This will define F_1 through 4 and field 1 through 4. When you set locations, I'm just going to use defaults for everything. Now on the divisions, it's not real quick right now. I'm going to use a short name of boys and a longer name of JV boys, and then girls and JV girls. That could be men and women or whatever you want to use. Now set division colors. I'm going to make the blue a little bit lighter and use a brownish beige for the girls. Set colors. Next page. Now here it's asking for what teams are in the boys division. So I come back here, and those are my boys division teams. I copy and paste that. This will start with a team ID of 21. You don't need to worry about that, but I often will start them on 21 or 11 or whatever. Hit save, and this shows the teams on the right. Now the girls are here, and I started that on A11. So come up here, click that, and hit that, and then save. You can go back and forth here. The matches, this is where time is really saved. You click that. Now, this will generate all the group matches. I've got this set up not to split home and away, although I usually use that. Intergroup is single elimination. I'm using group relative. If I click that, I get the U19B games. Those are all the group games. I'm going to click that to get an intergroup game, which will be the final. Winner of A plays B, and then I hit save there, and then come back here and click that, and then do the same thing here, and then down here. The button placement and stuff will probably be revised as this is improved, but the basic process is going to be pretty close to what you're seeing. I've already defined single elimination games, so I don't need to do anything else, but I'm going to add a label of final for the U19 boys and girls. Now, if there were semis or quarterfinals or something, this would be more complicated, but not a lot more complicated. And then here, game slots is essentially what fields are available when, and I'm not going to explain this because of the speed here, but you can see when I hit generate when games can be played here. We've got 2 on F1 that are after the others. Now up here, we're about to the next most complicated step, which is assigning matches to game slots. And it's just drag and drop. Now if you put the cursor over the match description like this, it shows Florence v. Foley as B1 and B2. Okay, we got the Thursday game set. That'd be fairly easy to fix, but I'm not going to bother right now. I entered wrong dates and the game slots. Since I'm going for speed, I'm not going to fix that. And at this point, when I hit save, the tournament is finished. The teams, divisions, and everything have been assigned. The matches have been assigned to game slots, and it's all done. However, it's inside the website, and you can't really use it that well. To use it, you come here to the export. And these are switches that control exactly how the tournament is displayed in this text window here. This is the tournament definition, and it can be read by the website and used to generate a tournament that's usable. It shows all the components here, including the schedule, and it took us a hair 3 seconds over 5 minutes to do it. I have done it in less, but with a little bit less talking. Now, if you wanted to use this tournament, you can generate TD. This does a time V location. If you paste this in a spreadsheet, the columns will all line up under F1 through F4. And however, it doesn't look that good there, but it is tab delineated, so you can push it in. I prefer usually time or division with group relative team references, and that means we'll have A.1 through A.4, B.1, B.4, and since those are the same across divisions, you need to specify which division you're talking about. This is split up in time and location, division, and match. Now, okay, to use that, now you can cut and paste and use that externally. email it out to the coaches, and here's your schedule. If you want, you generally use name for that so that everybody can see the team name there. I've used names. You can also split this up to interesting. There we're not showing times. Anyway, the easiest way to use it though is to use tournament definition. This generates this actually uploads the tournament definition, and the website has just been configured to match the tournament that I just described. Well, let's go back here. I'm going to use group relative, show each time, show division, generate TD, use tournament definition. And this is the tournament we set up. This is the page header. That's usually built by hand. The navigation header is generated for you, but it's often customized a little bit and then not generated again. The schedule here is the one we just entered. You can look at schedule by field. This is field 2 games, field 4 games, field 1 games. But more importantly, if you look at a division, you see the single elimination games in a bracket, all the division games, and then group standings here. And in this particular tournament, the girls, the composition of the girls groups changed a fair amount. This was the original here. You notice that Florence, Prattville, and Southside are all on Group B. And this is the revised schedule, or groups. And Prattville and Florence are still in the same group, but Southside is split out. So I come here and then go back to teams, and then pick U19G, and then paste that in, the new revisions with them split, and then hit save, and then come back to export. The schedule, since it references group relative teams, the schedule is still valid. There's different teams associated with those team IDs, but they're all the same. So we look down here, and this is the same. Now that was a split schedule lanes. These are single line, and it shows time, location, division, teams. And it's a little more complicated. We have the label there for the single elimination games. In this case, we're going to use group relative and split schedule lines, show each time, hit that, and there we go. Now they're split again. This makes them easier to move around if you want to. Time and location is the game slot, the division and opponents is the match. We hit use tournament definition. We just generated a new tournament. We hit that and then that. And if we go to JV girls, we see that Prattville and Florence are here, Southside over here, so those are changed. I didn't have to reassign or reschedule all the matches because they were already scheduled. And we're done at that point. There's a kind of a neat feature called View that shows the tournament so you can catch any errors. And let's split days, show all matches, show, and this shows a single elimination now. And it shows this in a time proportional fashion so you can see the gaps between games and any schedule conflicts on the fields. And then here, if we look at a particular division, we see the same things, all of them just for one division. And then at the bottom we have an opponent map which shows which teams play which other teams, and there's a link to the schedule here so you can look at it in detail. And that's that for the TD build. So send any questions or comments to me and I'll be glad to read them.